Whenever you bring your own materials for tomorrow's competition. You must have heard this statement for so many times. Yes or no, during competition, bringing own material is quite important. So, what do you mean by material? Materials means object or things that we can see, also we can touch. So, in here, if we are getting the past information with the help of the object or with the help of the things or with the help of the materials, so it is known as material sources. So we are deriving the information from the material, that's why it is termed as material sources. We human being use number of things for day to day life. Earlier also men used to use number of things for daily surviving purposes. So if the object, okay, if the material belong to the ancient time, so it is termed as artifacts. So what do you mean by artifacts? Give me an answer in one word. So in short, artifacts is an old object, okay, old material, it is known as artifacts. Now you tell me why it is important. It is important to study about the past events. If the object is old, if the object belong to ancient time, so it gives the past information because it belongs to the past period. Same way, because of these artifacts, we are getting the information about social interaction, means how people used to connect to each other, which object, which material they used to use for connecting to each other. Now, excavation, you have already heard this word. Excavation means removing the surface and extracting the material from the interior of the earth. So it is known as excavation. So why we are removing the material from the earth surface? Because we want to study the materials, and that materials which talk about the past event. That's why we want to extract the material from the interior of the earth. For example, I dug out the earth surface and I got the pots. Tell me, is the pot will be in the good condition? No, because it was under and it was buried under the ground for so many years. So condition of the materials would not be good. It would be in the ruined condition, means in a bad condition, damaged condition. But whatever pieces of materials I will get, so that I can estimate and I can study, okay. So that's why excavation are important for removing the materials. It provide the human activity in the past. So artifacts we came to know about. Old objects are known as artifacts. Monuments, some monuments were built in long year back, okay, long year back, but still it is erected with us. So that monuments providing information of that century in the present time. For example, Taj Mahal, okay, which was built in the 17th century, and we are living in the 21st century, okay. 17th century monument are still with us, so we can study, okay, people from that period, they had this kind of building style is there. This kind of designs what they used to develop, means it gives the past information. So that's why it is important. Now we are going to see the examples of material sources. First example is earthen pots. Yes or no pots, which is in the form of material. So it is a example of materials. Ornaments also. Okay. During the excavation, we got number of ornaments. Ornaments means jewelry. Okay, which enhance the beauty of ladies. So jewelry, we got number of jewelry. So we got idea. People from that period, they used to had ornaments. See, ornaments. Then remains of food grains also, okay, remains of food grain, okay, charred grains, okay, like this you can see the picture also, these are the charred food grains, okay, remaining of the food grains. Then we also got the seeds which were buried under the ground. So if you got the seeds, so we can estimate like this way. People used to grow such kind of crops during that period. Then we got the bones of animals. So here we can estimate, okay, in that time these animals were there. Okay, so after getting this material, so we can have a more information about the past. See here pictures also, and coins and seals also. So all these are the examples of materials, because all these are in the form of materials that we can see also, we can touch also. Now second source of writing history is written. If information is getting in the form of the sources, it is known as written sources. Okay, here we are getting past information in the form of written, it is known as written sources. See the Stone Age, you have already studied the fifth standard. In the Stone Age, people were not able to write, means writing skills were not developed. Okay, writing skills were not developed. So they used to use symbols and signs, and they also painted number of walls and rocks. See here. So what was the communication with during the Stone Age period? Sign, symbols, and painting. Through this way, they used to have a contact and passing the messages. But after thousand of year, okay, after spending thousand of year, men developed the writing skills. See, we human being are very hardworking and very curious in nature. We always want to make something new. So finally, we came to know about the skill of writing. See, in this example also, see this pot is there here. So they, here you can see some inscription also, okay, some written form. So in this way, people at the starting, they started writing on the pot, okay, then unbacked bricks. Means slowly and gradually they did not writing on the paper, because paper was not were not developed. Okay, so initially they wrote on the bricks, they wrote on the pots. Understood? And they used to use which tree? Bhurj tree or birch tree. Okay, to write on. Okay, see here in the picture also, these writing sheets, okay, these writing sheets are out of this tree. They used to make the writing sheets, bhurj patra. Okay, understood? Because pen were not there, paper were not there, so that's why they used to write on the pot, they used to write on the wall, on the rock. Understood? And for the writing, okay, for the writing, they used to use the birch or bhurj tree, and these trees are found in Kashmir. See here, okay, so bhurj patra for writing sheets. In the school also you have a written exam and oral. Written means you are using your hand, oral means you are using your mouth portion. Yes or no? Same way, if information is passed from mouth to mouth, so it is known as oral sources. So here it is opposite of which sources? Written sources. Okay, it is just opposite of written sources. In the written we have a text. Okay, but here no text, only mouth to mouth. For example, I'm saying, लाए सजीवन लखन जियाजे श्री रघुवीर हरिशुर लाए. As we know, these lines belong to Hanuman Chalisa. But initially, Hanuman Chalisa was not written. Okay, it was just passed from the oral to oral, means from mouth to mouth. After thousand of years, then Hanuman Chalisa was written. Understood? So oral sources, information are passed on from generation to generation by word of mouth. And for example, you can say ovis, okay, you can say pavadas also. See, ovis and pavadas, it is a short, okay, short Marathi poem. Okay, short Marathi poem. Now you can hear also. कौतिक झालं दरबाराचे, खान निघाला मोठ्या दुर्मीते. केस गोड दळ पायदळ, फौज फाटालई बक्कळ, अंगित हत्तीच बळ, पाहणारा खप चुळचुळ. So you heard this song. It is a part of Ovis, short Marathi poems. Same way, folk tales, folk songs. All these are initially it was not written. It was passed from mouth to mouth. Understood? Then sometimes literature is not the form of writing form. It is the opposite of literature. No literature, no writing form is there. And sometimes author were also unknown. Okay, and it is preserved by the oral tradition, means we are just passing this information from mouth to. See here, we are talking about the ancient India. How did we gather information about past? For example, I'm talking about in the present time some monuments which were built in the past, 1718, Gateway of India, Taj Mahal, Red Fort. It is still with us, so we can see and we can gather the information. Understood? But what about, okay, what about ancient time? Okay, so how we can gather the ancient information? So here I have given number of points, very easy. First, Stone Age. You have already studied Stone Age in the fifth standard. So Stone Age to 8th century common era. So it is known as ancient history. Okay. In which century we are living? 21st century. Listen, I am a 21st century girl. I am 21st century boy. So from Stone Age to 8th century, it is known as ancient time. Understood? And 8th century onwards, we are having medieval India. Then after like 15th century onwards, you are having the modern India. Our history are divided into three parts. First is the ancient, second is the medieval, and third is the modern. Now you are in the sixth standard. Okay, so fifth and sixth, it is about your ancient. Seventh standard, you will be there, so you will be having medieval India. 8th standard modern India. So in this way you will complete the whole knowledge about our country India. So Stone Age, okay, it belongs from the 8th century, Stone Age to 8th century, and we are specially getting information through excavation. You can see this picture also. See here excavation. This picture shows. Okay, this picture shows how they are removing the earth surface and removing the material for studying purpose. And script also, see this picture also script, number of scripts here. This script is there, this inscription, okay, which is okay written on the wall, on the rocks, on the pillars. So it is talking about the past. Ashoka is there, as we know, great Ashoka, okay, great emperor Ashoka, Maurya's period. So he made number of pillars. On the pillars he wrote something on message, and that message are still available. Why? Because it was written on the pillars, and these pillars are preserved by government of India, and it talk about the past. Vedic literature, okay, Vedic literature, like your Vedas are there. Rigved, Samved, Yajurved, Atharvaved. These four Vedas are there, and these Vedas talk about the past. Okay. Then epics like Ramayana, Mahabharata, Bible. Okay. So these are the things which are talking about the past. So we through these medias we are getting the ancient information. See, all they want to become engineer, doctor, but now you can have a more option. What? Tell me what thing? Yes, historian. Very good. Become a, now you can say we have a more option to become historian. If you want to become historian, so certain things are important. First of all, whatever materials you are collecting for studying about the past, that should be authentic. That should be real. Okay. You can't bring anything and say, "Ha, this is very old, belong to that century." No, it should be authentic. And how we are going to authentic? We are going to examine, we are going to study. Then we will cross check also, okay? In the exam also, whatever answer you are writing, so you are providing 5 to 10 minutes to go through with your answer. Same way, whatever you are collecting, so that you are going to cross check it, okay? Same also, then you will analyze, okay, you will deep study, then you will come to the conclusion. Understood? So uh, to become in any field, okay, whatever you want to become, so there should be a precaution how you can do the better. Same way historian, they're writing history, they're collecting the information while using writing material and oral. So these things are important for writing history. Now let's revise what we have studied. So today we studied the sources of history. So if you click over here, okay, it's going to play, and it is without audio, okay, or video is there without voice, no audio is there. So today we studied about the history and its sources, and how historians they are using different ways for writing history. So thank you all of you. God bless you. If you have any doubt, you can contact me. Okay, so I am ready to clarify all the doubt. Thank you.